Hello techies, I'm Divya here. On behalf of CyberBrainer, don't you think the world of tech is evolving faster than ever? Now is the perfect time to dive in and build the skills that will take you places. With CyberBrainer, we are putting you in the driver's seat of your own future. We at CyberBrainer don't just teach your interest. We believe that knowledge is power, but it's applied knowledge that truly sets you apart. Whether you're diving into data science, mastering artificial intelligence, or exploring the world of cybersecurity, our courses are designed to give you the skills that matter. So let's jump into the session and make the future yours today. Thank you.
We will continue with the session regarding external career site. Next section would be like job alerts. See, we have to enable this job alert section. Once we enable it for the candidates, it will be useful for the future references as well. And we have to attach a message template for this. Let's see. Message template, and which will be like once we attach the message template, which will be sent to the candidate either through me or on their Workday account. It will include the message format. Currently, we do have option of creating the message template. Let's see. We can create as well. I think message template. Let's see what will be there that I can review it. In this setup, usually what happens? There will be notification types like job alert. External candidates will be there. Again, you can see that for active candidates, and this notification, it could be a mobile push notification or it might be an email notification as well. Just check. There will be a lot of notifications like active candidates, candidate reminders. These are default. Client will give. Whatever the note they can do, they would have set everything. And based on that, we can select. And once we give, see here like we can go and check the random field also. Like you want anything, like something name. Maybe candidate global name. See this, by using this dynamic field, Workday automatically fetches the data dynamic value for the job alerts, for a particular prospect. And sometimes, client will give us the details, and if there is any modification required, they will suggest us. Actually, in real time, what happens is building up external career site. It might take, 15-20 days of time because there will be a lot of sessions will happen in real time and they will suggest and will modify. They will not be happy. All those things will happen actually. And when it comes to override templates, there will be like we can override through email or we can do it like standard one. Anything we can select over here. And here, as I said, this dynamic value will be fetched from Workday background. And this will be given by client, the job alert notifications. When it comes to job details, this will include information like, filtering up based on the location hierarchy. Or like what would be the filter? Like location or division, like that. You go to the drop down location. You can select. Actually, here, location means location could be the exact location. Like, let's say Pune, Mumbai, Chennai, exact location. And when it comes to, geographic divisions and all this will be like maybe we can take, I assume that's the India, like north, east, south. These are all will be there. Again, not much important field, but however, client will tell us what needs to be selected. The important field will be job posting templates actually. This is quite important because this is the one and just find jobs. Custom report. This customer report is used up to any render under the find jobs reports on the external career sites. Suppose you are not selecting anything, like it might. If you leave it blank now, what happens? The standard jobs find jobs report display. Here we are to create and copy custom report for usage purpose. Let's say, for example, we can generate a report and we can do that by using this custom report. An important field, as I said, job posting templates. Each and every field, client will discuss and it will be documented in the workbook or Excel. Pretty easy thing in the external career site as we do not design any PPs or something. That is the good thing. Here job posting templates. Maybe something I will see. See, actually what happens with job posting templates and all. This will tell how our job will be posted in the external career site or internal career site. How it will look like on the career sites. How our job requisition which is posted will look like. That is what I mean. How it will look like. Based on this template, again this default templates might be given. Let's see. We will see the default. See, we can see here job profile summary, default template content. And we will go and see this all. The default template content. See here like there is a text right. It is fun to work in a company where people truly believe in what they are doing. I mean again, job description will be there. Next step. If you like, while growth and working with happy and enthusiastic about achievements, you will enjoy your career with us. This kind of text will be populated when we post the job requisition. That is where this template will be taken. And however important thing is when it comes to job description. See, job description basically is coming from job profile, right? We attach in the job requisition. Job requisitions we attach to job profiles. In the job description again, job profiles will be there. And like this it will be taken. This rule general, client will give. Again, this will be triggering actually. Job role usage. If it is not a contract, this rule should be created. Like that rule will be created. And select something like exclude the site from third-party indexing. Oh no, I have not worked on this feature. Probably it might be. No, I have not worked on this feature. And when it comes to this feature, followers, we can select follow us through LinkedIn, follow us through, like Twitter. And the URL will be given by the client. Actually, Vishnu, I have a question. Towards your right hand side, it is saying put location selects. Why is that appearing? Just no, right? That is probably somebody would have generated the report. That is the reason we got it. They would have scheduled the report at this point in time. Maybe that is the reason. Got? I was just thinking if that is something related to whatever. No, because we don't do anything with reports, right? Reports part and part. Thank you. This follow us through LinkedIn. We can see at the end of the page, follow us through Twitter, LinkedIn, all those things. Like that it happens actually. When it comes to apply social profiles, it is quite important. I hope Shagrutala will be among. In US, we know that in India LinkedIn is famous, right? Like that, I know Seek is very famous profile. It is similar to that, like LinkedIn, where job openings are posted, right? Once we end up in this future, ID will be, we have to do some ID. That again, client will give us the ID. And see, this is, like highly used for US clients. It requires actually integration with Seek platform. This majorly will work on, I would say like integration. And we can just enable the Seek and Seek ID which is given by client. Again, we can enable with LinkedIn. Even though we select it, it may not create a mapping because we have not integrated that right. It may not show the exact thing because we are not integrated, and integration will actually work. But through integration, this feature will work. That is what I want to tell you. And when it comes to apply intro C, this is nothing. But like, how did you hear about this? What we would be asking from the candidate, how did you hear? Let us say Facebook. There is LinkedIn social network, Facebook, LinkedIn, like that. And recruiting sources for auto tracking. This feature is nothing But it includes the sources, which helps the Workday to track from which particular portal the person has come. For example, it tracks actually, suppose a candidate is coming from Facebook or LinkedIn. It tracks actually and it maintains the data at once. It can auto track how many are from Facebook, how many are from Twitter, how many are from LinkedIn. That is the reason we use this recruiting sources for auto tracking. This feature and resume passing, I would say please include your resume for automatically populating the details. I will make that. Then only write, it can take the data. Next feature, apply background. You would have seen, in the social networking like mapping, this is usually done by, HCMM team. Let us see. People who are applying through Facebook, we can ask them, see, this is again, see, country specific, right? To enable the countries as well, this apply background for people who are applying through Facebook. Again, country specific. We can ask some certain questions. This client will give a few questions which we can ask. Or Google. It is very simple. In this social networking type, mapping to countries is done actually. I would say simply. And as I said, it is done by HCM team. And there is a task for this, to check all the main time social network types. To enable it for the country specific, you can do the task and you can enable it for particular countries for this Google, Facebook, something. And, for people who are applying through LinkedIn, all these questions will be reflected in the job application while they fill. I mean, what are the questions being given here? Client will tell. Those questions will actually, populate in the job application while candidate is filling the details. That is what actually I think. And when it comes to apply personal information in the US, this is under the personal information. It will ask for the job requisition USA and what are the fields. As you know, for US people, veteran status is given below. It will ask questions like, what is the status of veteran in this question bar? Again, we can add some more for US. Because this is for US, right? US again, it will ask what is your gender. What is the race, ethnicity it will ask. And again, questions we can give that it will populate in the job application while filling. and apply personal information like non-USA. We can give here, we can select any country like India because non-USA any country. We can select here. However, this personal information, non-USA date of birth it will take, and what is your date of birth? Again the one which I explained you, country of any disability. You have a disability. This kind of questions will be asked. When it comes to apply previous worker, we can fetch previous workers like their email employee ID. It is a kind of like a few things we will do. It is like that. It will ask for employee ID. What is the previous employee ID? What is the employee ID? We can give the text here. And again, what is the location? What is your manager mobile number? What is your manager mobile number? Like that, and location, all those things. When it comes to apply terms and agreement, this is like the terms and conditions. Once we create candidate account in external site, for which country specific terms and conditions we can give here. Country specific because the terms and conditions will be different for each and every country. It should be like Albania. What is the terms and conditions we can give? All those things which will be client specific, which will be documented in the workbook. This is again, as I said, it will be given by client. And when it comes to candidate consent, once candidate home account is created, then a pop-up message will apply. Like, thanks for applying. Like that, it will come. And when it comes to apply confirmation message, thank you for applying, we will get back to you soon. Like that, some kind of confirmation will get. Thanks for applying for this position. We will get back to you soon with a short list or something, I would say. Like those kind of confirmation messages will get. Again, we cannot decide anything over here. Everything will be inclined here. That is the good thing, that is the easy thing in this case. When it comes to other one, this apply voluntary self-identity disability. If it is US candidate, we can give these things. Disability, or because they will check right candidate disability, we have to give that details. This is not when it comes to applying in line assessment. This is quite important. Sometimes, see, we will be seeing right when we are creating the job of job requisitions. What happens in the, generally few tests are taken. Right assessment means test right. Whatever the candidates, they wrote all those tests. They will be hiring the final results, right? Those regarding those final results, The integration will pop up over here, and the third party people will be taking care of all those things. And here integration actually request, and again the message will be given by a client. Integration will take them in this part. Other one, candidate home account. Like I would say, sidebar same the one yesterday. We spoken right. Something may be almost similar. Yes, we have seen the sidebar right. Similar to that same. Almost it will be similar. Might. Same one. And about all those things again, job requisition is also come over there. This kind of details. And when it comes to next feature, like my task, intro text. What would be the intro text? Like I would say, any pending task candidate will see the related things in his inbox, item right. See, candidate will get some few notifications which will pop up to his candidate home account. Like I would say, please complete the below task which are pending from your site. Please complete the below task. I mean, he will get the notification of everything over here. And at the same time, he has to complete all the things which are pending. Like that. And when it comes to my application intro text, for example, a candidate will be applying for multiple job openings, right? His job application. He will be applying for multiple things. What happens is when he applies by using the same, he will apply anywhere through his same candidate account, which has been created Workday account, right, for him. There will be lot of job application, but what is the message should populate once the candidate is applying for multiple job openings? Like that, the message will populate. And as you know, withdraw confirmation message. If an application, a candidate wants to withdraw, if he clicks on submit button, what message should populate? Like that. And when it comes to enable delete my information, it is like if you select this check box, what happens? Candidates can request that their information should be. They can request that their information should be removed entirely from the Workday. If you give this option while they're applying, they. Just when they're withdrawing, they can. They will ask for withdrawal. The information will be withdrawn from the entire, tenant, I would say, or Workday, I would say. Like that. And when it comes to enable, I have a question here. Which one? This configuration is what we set in the backend. Is it? I mean, most of the companies I know it's kind of HR technical team who will be trying to configure this. Does any other company? I mean, are there any companies where the recruiter would also be expected to do these things in the back? What happens in the back end? The client will actually, discuss. Their internal team will be there, right? Their internal team might be HR managers. These people, they'll decide, and there will be calls which will be happening, what has to be populated, and they'll give you an Excel workbook. Each and every yesterday, I was shown one workbook similar to that yesterday. If you can go through those glasses, at least I've shown the screenshots because there are a few confidential things. I just try to edit that, and however I do it. Based on that, discussion will happen, even if they are not satisfied. Again, they'll tell us we have to edit and do those things. Everything about it will happen like that. Thanks, Vishwan. It will be easy, Hamid. Seriously, this particular external career side, while explaining only it will be, but everything client specific. That is a good advantage. We cannot suggest anything because their internal team will discuss what needs to be done, what candidate notifications should go, everything. Suppose, let's say example, if they want to do any modification, suppose a candidate will be going for an offer stage, offer letter, any modifications, also their internal team will work on that. They will suggest this is to be documented. That's it. We have to do that and everything will be taken by them. There won't be any suggestions. That's the reason their internal team will work on that because new clients are very specific on those things. And when it comes to this future last one, enable interview schedule on candidate home. This displays the details When you click on this, this displays the details of entire interview schedules. Here candidates self-settling will not be possible. Suppose you exclude this, candidates, they themselves. They cannot settle their interview. To enable this, what happens? Team will be taking care of the schedule. If you exclude this, candidate himself cannot go on. Suppose he needs a schedule for 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock or something, he cannot do that. That is the reason I am telling. I would say simply this displays the details of entire interview schedules. Here candidate self-settling, possible ones you enable. If it is excluded, then, some few kind of interview notification will actually pop up. This is what this thing. Any other questions in this? Because these are very client specific. Only we just get to know what is what. That's the good thing, I think. Have you heard about like the internal interview site, how it happens? See, tomorrow what we will do is we will actually, I will create this everything in a. I will take time for 1 hour and I will create this. Since I am just showing, I will try to do a few things. Whichever is important, I will populate this. Tomorrow we will see. We are going to post our, as Hemant was also asking how we are going to do all this. Tomorrow we will get to know once we post, all job requisitions in our external career sites, and we can post it in internal career sites also. Both, the internal and external. We can, post the job requisitions. However, as I said, I already designed the business process for sorry post. Wait, I should post job. I have already designed this. It is a quite easy thing, you should come back. Review post jobs, simple steps. I have already designed this. Tomorrow, see when you apply in external career sites. See, we created an external career site and we want our job requisitions to be populated in the external career site. That is what we are trying to do now. Tomorrow we will do that, but however, I want to tell few other things on internal career site also. See, for internal career site, what happens once you post an internal career site. Also, how you will be able to do. See, external site. We can go there, we can click that URL because let me show you. We can post this. Certainly there is no posting for this. We click on this and we can give here. See here, internal we give and the one which we are creating skims we can. Ideally, I did create because I will take time. Tomorrow we will discuss this thing. I want to discuss on internal career site also. That is the reason I am taking time. We can give internal. We can give internal and external what we are going to create. And again, we can post it in agency also. But then those parts, those will be discussed in the further sessions like next week. And once it is posted, it will be posted in internal also. I want to show the internals how it will be posted. We can just give find jobs task. Or all internal job posting. We can see it in the find jobs. It will look like this. Let us see here job posting manager. This one job details requisition ID. What is the location? What is the posting date? What is the job family time type? Supervisor organization. Who is the heading manager? All these details will be there. An important thing is when you are applying for this job, for example, we have a tenant access right. If we want to test it for internal, for example, there will be a candidate named Logan has to apply. If Logan has to apply for this position, then what she has to do is we have to go into her proxy. Let us say Logan is in her proxy now. She has to give the task, let us say find jobs. Then she has to apply to her account. Then only it will work. Fine. I mean to say, wait, let me proxy into Logan. Now Logan will look for internal job openings. What are the openings at that? She will check. She will go and check find jobs. She will check and she will click on this. If it is an open position, she can apply. She can apply. Earlier, we did not get apply option right. Maybe you would have got, because we are in the, what is her name? But, however, why I am specifically telling for internal candidate? You know few internal candidates to test for like real time. Few scenarios, I'll give maybe 2 to 3 scenarios. That time you have to do this stuff. It will be quite tough only, but however, I will explain you in an easy way. Maybe between 25th to 30th, I will document everything. Those screenshots again, few things claims are visible. I prepared that in Word format. Maybe toughest scenario that I will give you. While that time you can take an internal candidate, you have to apply that candidate and you have to move that candidate to, for example, you can take any candidate from internal for a particular job equation you can take, and you have to move the candidate from ready for sorry review stage to ready for hire. And there are few things again will be there. I will check on that scenario and I will confirm you. But however, you have to move those candidates from ready for hire and few things will be there. Those I will explain you. I mean after 20, because once we get this job application business process, then whatever we can do, we can move the candidate. In this time, until we have to hold on. First, small, easy thing, let us compute it. 1 or 2 scenarios that I will give, that it will be easy for you to move the candidate internally. External candidate, however, it is easy. You know what are the things needs to be done. What are the, prerequisites we need to follow when we are doing that particular, I would say, scenario. Those are planning. I will guide you. At least we will get an idea. That is the reason which I am just showing this. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.